Sleepy Bedtime Story. In a cozy little house lived a fluffy, bouncy puppy named Leo. He was a Pomeranian with fur the color of a sunset and a tail like a happy question mark. Leo's favorite thing in the whole wide world was having adventures, and every single day was a brand new one to explore. Leo's very best friend was a kind girl named Lily. They were the perfect team. Lily would throw the ball, and Leo would chase it. She would build pillow forts, and he would guard them from imaginary dragons. They spent all their sunny hours playing together in the big green backyard. But as the sun began to dip below the trees, it painted the sky in sleepy shades of orange and purple. The happy chirps of the daytime birds grew quiet, and the first little star blinked hello in the twilight. Playtime was coming to a gentle, quiet end for the day. From the back door, a warm and loving voice called out, "Lily! Leo! Time to come inside." It was Lily's mom, her silhouette framed by the glowing light of the house. "It's time for bed, my little sleepyheads," she said with a soft and gentle smile that they could hear in her voice. Hearing the call for bed gave Leo a sudden final burst of energy. He zipped and zoomed all around the living room rug, a fluffy whirlwind of fun. This was his special Sleepy Time Zoomy, a last little bit of playtime before it was time to rest his paws and fluffy tail. Lily giggled as she watched Leo's happy dance. She chased after him, her feet pattering softly on the floor. Finally, she gently scooped him up into her arms for a big warm hug. "You silly puppy," she whispered, cuddling him close and burying her face in his soft fur. Lily carried the tired little puppy to his own special bed, which was tucked into a quiet corner of her room. It was the softest, warmest, and coziest spot in the entire house, a perfect place for a little adventurer to rest and have sweet dreams after a long day of playing. Leo's bed had his most favorite thing in the world inside it, his blanket. It wasn't just any old blanket. It was a beautiful, soft blue color, and sewn all over it were tiny, cheerful yellow moons and little smiling stars that seemed to hold a secret, magical glow all their own. Lily tucked the magical blanket snugly all around her fluffy friend. She leaned down and gave him a gentle kiss right on the top of his head. "Sweet dreams, my little adventurer," she whispered softly into his fuzzy ear. "I hope you have the best dreams tonight, my brave and wonderful Leo." From his cozy spot, Leo watched as Lily tiptoed over to her own big bed and climbed in. The room grew even quieter and warmer. A small nightlight in the corner cast a soft, honey-colored glow on the walls, making friendly shadows that danced and swayed as if they were sleepy too. Leo turned his sleepy gaze towards the big window right next to his bed. Outside, the night sky was like a deep blue velvet cloth, and it was filled with more sparkling, glittering stars than he could ever count. They looked like tiny diamonds scattered across the vast, beautiful darkness of the night. The stars seemed to be putting on a special show just for him. They twinkled and blinked, shimmering and shining in the quiet night. One star, just a little bigger and brighter than all the others, seemed to give him a special friendly wink, as if it were saying, "Hello, little Leo." Suddenly, Leo felt a great big yawn coming on. It started as a tiny wiggle in his toes, then it traveled all the way up his back, and finally it opened his mouth in a giant, sleepy O. It was the biggest, sleepiest, most wonderful yawn of the entire day, a true bedtime yawn. But this was no ordinary yawn. As Leo breathed out, a puff of tiny golden sparkles floated out and danced in the air right in front of his nose. They swirled and twirled in the soft moonlight, shimmering like magical dust and filling the air with a gentle, sleepy magic that hummed softly. A strange and wonderful feeling washed over Leo. He suddenly felt as light as a fluffy feather or a floating dandelion seed. A soft, magical breeze seemed to lift him, along with his cozy blue blanket, right up out of his bed and into the air, floating gently and safely. He drifted slowly and peacefully towards the open window, with his blanket billowing out softly beneath him like his own little magic carpet. He wasn't scared at all. He was curious and excited. This was a brand new kind of adventure, a sleepy time adventure that was just for him. Whoosh! He sailed right out into the cool, fresh night air. He looked down and saw his house, and all the other houses on his street, looking like tiny, sleeping toy blocks. The whole world was quiet and peaceful below him, tucked in for a long and restful night's sleep. Soon, the friendly stars he had seen from his window gathered all around him. They zipped and twirled through the air like happy, sparkling fireflies, humming a soft, twinkling tune that sounded like tiny, gentle bells. They danced around him, welcoming him to their magical nighttime playground in the sky. The big, bright moon smiled down at him like a friendly, glowing face in the sky. It sent down wide, silvery moonbeams that felt like smooth, gentle pathways. Giggling, Leo playfully slid down one of the moonbeams, his blanket trailing behind him like a superhero's cape on a fun ride. He drifted towards a cluster of clouds that looked like giant, fluffy puffs of pink and purple cotton candy. They were so soft and inviting. Leo gently landed on one, and it felt like bouncing on the softest pillow in the entire universe. He snuggled down into its cozy fluffiness. The clouds began to whisper sleepy secrets and gentle stories of dreams to him. Their voices were as soft as the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. They sang him quiet lullabies about sleeping bears and dreaming bunnies, and Leo's eyelids began to feel very, very heavy with sleep. Just then, the special bright star that had winked at him earlier began to glow even brighter. It shone like a little lantern in the sky, showing him the way back home. It was time for his sleepy time adventure to end, and for his real dreams to begin for the night. As gently as a falling leaf in autumn, he floated back through his bedroom window. The air inside his room was warm and familiar, and it smelled like home and Lily and everything safe and sound. He was back in his cozy, happy place, ready for a good night's sleep. He landed with a soft little poof right back in the middle of his bed. He snuggled down deep under his blanket, which felt extra warm and extra cozy after his amazing adventure in the cool night sky. He curled into a tight, fluffy ball, feeling safe, happy, and very, very sleepy. Leo was fast asleep, dreaming of sliding down moonbeams and bouncing on cotton candy clouds. His little adventure in the sky had turned into a night full of wonderful, happy dreams. Good night, little Leo. Sleep tight, little adventurer.